Alright, good evening. I'm still fatigued, but I couldn't wait, so I immediately started the next video. Let's see what all these options do in the city manager menu. Hey, this was not there last time, was it? Okay, so now this is also available. Wonderful. We did the tax laws, options, tools, and tutorials. Let's look at tutorials first. Residential plots. Well, we know how they work now.
The residential plot. Robco's research shows that citizens who build their own homes are more committed to their community. The Robco brand ASIM system provides...
Okay, I'm going to stop the audio here because it's the same stuff we got from this ASIM sensor during the quest that we did. Building upgrades, hollow icons, building classes, city planners, desk, mayors, agriculture plus, industrial plus. Okay, I think I pretty much know how all of these work except for mayors. Every settlement may have a leader assigned. The leader acts as the mayor and can manage the settlement for you, even leading the settlers in building the entire thing if you wish. The leader impacts various things such as recruiting like-minded individuals in the form of people with similar special stat focus. Oh. Some unique settlers even have a variety of additional attributes that make them especially effective as leaders, instilling significant bonuses or pronounced effects. Prominent, I think. Significant or prominent effects on how this settlement operates. Is that a typo? I don't know. Listen to the promotional material. Oh, I'm not going to listen to this because I suspect this will be explained to me later in the quest line with Bob. Yes, I still call him Bob. Okay, so that's for tutorials for now. I'm not going to go through it yet because, as I said, we'll get a good portion of that through the quest, I suspect. Alright, so we got tools and options. What do we got? Advanced tools. What does that do? Reset building balance. No, that's not needed. If some of the plots get corrupted, you can do that. Options wizard. Now, that's a good one, I believe. This will let you answer some questions, and the settings will then adjust to your preference, but you can still change them manually if you want. So we'll do this first and then go over all the options manually. Choose the profile that best matches how you would like to place sim settlements. Right. Automated. No. City simulator. To bring something like gameplay to settlement hardcore. To add more challenges to the settlements. Let's go nuts. There we go. Okay. Building costs are individually component types. Okay. Settlers needs change over time. Dynamic needs. That I'm not too fond of. Because you have to keep running back and forth in survival mode and also do the adventure part of the game and constantly run back to re-stabilize an already stable settlements. Needs must be met in order for buildings to be eligible to upgrade. That's fine. Turrets generating water producing items require scrap and caps to maintain. Now the caps I don't mind because you can offset that with the taxes. But the items can be annoying if you don't have the industry to support it. So this is rather hardcore, alright. Plots have scrap and cap operating costs. Also, for the same reason, a bit annoying. Water needs must be met for food to be produced. That's fine. Shops require industrial production to restock. Okay, are you happy with it? No. Let's take a look at the other options. Trying option wizard. Oh, I hit cancel. Spasm. Option wizard. Let's do this one then. Building costs. Use 4 categories instead of individual components. Settlers need change over time. Needs must be met in order for buildings to be eligible to upgrade. That's fine. Are you happy with this decision? No, go back. That's a shame. I was about to say I wish I could do these settings individually, but I believe I actually can do those individually. As I just explained before, automated. So is their own handle their own needs, everything upgrades on. No. we'll start with the hardcore mode, and then we'll go over the individual options that I want differently. Tweak anything. Yeah, see, you can. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Thank you. But everything is set for hardcore at the moment. What else do we have? Tracking. Right, so we can track things just like the VIP tracker, but what can we track here? I don't know. Does seem to work. Tools, tracking. Okay, so this menu is still blank. Tracking is not been enabled. Alright, no worries. Cheats, story items, plot types, building classes, building plans, all tools. No, we're not going to do that. Pack up desk. Yeah, that's the same thing as in the construction menu. You pack it up and you build it somewhere else. I don't know why this option even exists, what it's good for. Advanced tools. Oh yeah, we did that. Alright, so that's tools. Check. That leaves us options. And this is where we change all those things. Let's start with gameplay. Let's start with advanced. What do we have first? Nothing. So this has not been set yet. Okay, assignment. Assignment requirements or auto assignment. What do we have? Assignment requirement on. When on, some building plans such as advanced and high tech will require settlers to meet certain criteria to be assigned, such as special stats of a certain amount. How do I even check these special stats on settlers? I didn't even know they had any. Turning this off means anyone can be assigned to any building plan. Well, it seems logical to keep that on then. Auto assignment. Auto assignment on. When on, settlements 2 will attempt to automatically assign settlers to your available eligible items in your settlements. Note, it is recommended you turn off the auto assignment options from Workshop Framework when using the Sim Settlement 2 auto assignment. Then why is it here if I should do it through the workshop? Anyways, I'll leave it on, that's fine. What do we have? Advanced was empty assignments. We did balance. Balance what? Building plan, construction costs. So this is now what we preset in the hardcore mode. When on, any upgrade costs configured for specific building plans will need to be paid in addition to any plot upgrade cost. Okay, I can live with that. Operating costs for what? When on, and daily operating costs configured for specific building plans will need to be paid in addition to any plot daily operating costs. That's odd. Any daily operating costs configured for specific building plans will need to be paid in addition to any plot daily operating cost. Huh. Well, let's see if we can keep that up and offset that with taxes. Building plan produced items. When on, plots can produce items in the workbench or commercial economy as defined by the building plan creators. This option was added for players who feel some of the building plan production item amounts are unbalancing their in-game economy. Right, that is true, but I'll leave it running for now. Building plan resources. When on, individual building plans can have different effects on settlement resources as defined by their creators. Right, food, water, and utility. When off, instead, the plot's building plan types will determine the effects the plot has on the settlement resources. It makes things more predictable. Plot building plan types. Okay. So this means if it's on, the specific building created by the creator of the mod will determine how much water or food it produces. When off, every agricultural plot will produce the same amount of food. Every water producing utility plot will produce the same amount of water. I'd like a little variation, so that's fine. I'll leave that on. Shops auto restock. What does that mean? When on, the vanilla behavior of the settlement vendors restocking all of their goods every 48 hours is maintained. When off, settlement vendors will be given the vanilla inventory one time, and then all future new inventory will have to come from the industrial created economy system from Sim Settlements 2. I actually like that. I like that idea. That might cause some issues when I want to buy the usual stuff and I can't find it because of this option being off, but that'd be interesting. City building. I think this has to do with city management plans, not with plots, I believe. Allow level plans. When on, city plans with multiple levels will be included when automatic city plan selection occurs. This option is turned off by default on Xbox due to performance issues on older Xbox models. Okay, so this is 1 level or higher level permission. Okay, that's fine. Auto attempt after leader. What does that mean? When on, you will be prompted to start a city plan after assigning a leader to a city plan desk, saving you the steps of having to activate the city plan manage function. Oh, that's handy. Yeah, we'll do that. But I do believe the leader needs to be a companion. You can assign a common settler, but then I believe nothing happens. Bypass locks. When on and designer's choice is also on, any building plans used by the designer will be allowed, even if you haven't unlocked them during your gameplay yet. Okay. Where is designer's choice, though? I haven't seen that, but that's fine. Change plots. Ooh. When on, any designer's choice is also on. If a city plan upgrades, plots can be upgraded. Change types, building plans, etc. to match the design. Yes, that's fine. I don't use city manager anyways. Or city plan manager, what do you call it? Cinematic mode, I think that's fine. Constructing or upgrading you in the settlement, you'll be shifted to cinematic. Yeah, I just hope it doesn't occur during combat. You'll give it a short cinematic that with the camera going around the new plot that has been built. Cinematic mode, free look. When on while in cinematic mode, you'll have to control the camera yourself as opposed to being guided and tour. Okay. No, tour's fine. Mode music is fine. Wide shots are fine. Weather change is fine. Okay, designer's choice. That was it. When on, plots built by city plan will be preceded with the building plans and skins the city plan author used in those spots, assuming you have those same plan skins installed. No, depending on your other settings in this section, some of these choices may be different. Yeah, so again, this has to do with city plan management, which I don't intend to use. Because when you put in a city plan that uses plots that you haven't unlocked yet, they will remain empty unless you override that and say, well, pretend I unlocked them and build them anyway. But I don't use city management, as I mentioned before. Leader requirement. Okay, when on, someone in the settlement must be assigned to lead it by assigning them to a city planner's desk before a city plan can be applied or upgraded. Okay, so if you turn this off, you no longer need a mayor, and you can essentially have things build randomly without anyone taking lead. But I'll leave it on for now because that's what it was intended to do. Self-power objects. Oh, when on, objects that require power that are created as part of the city plan will be flagged to power themselves. This will save you the hassle of having to wire them up yourself, but is unbalanced. How is it unbalanced? For players with Fallout 4 script extender, which I have, wiring and power transfer will be done for you automatically, so this option becomes unnecessary unless you just don't want to deal with power requirements ever. I guess it doesn't matter if I turn it off then, because I have script extender running. And starting plot levels. Oh, awesome. When on and designer's choice is also on, if a city level plan have plots built up in their foundation level design, those plots will start at those levels. Same thing, if you use a city plan with level 3 plots and you implement that city plan, you'll immediately have level 3 plots instead of starting at level 1 and then upgrading to level 2. Which means, actually that is something I want. Oh, it is off. Good. Not that I intend to use it, but in case I ever do. Costs. Here we go. Okay, city plan costs. What is that? So many options. When on, any settlement costs are on. If to upgrade, the cost will be paid automatically if the settlement has access to them. Otherwise, to pay costs manually, choose the upgrade available option on the managed for city planner's desk. I'm gonna go with off. And the reason for that is it won't automatically upgrade. I said off. It won't go off. It won't automatically upgrade if you don't pay the price. But for some reason this doesn't go off. Kinggath, I found you another little bug. Do I click on and it goes off? No. I cannot turn this off. Alright, well, then no choice. Plot costs. When on. Plot on. Any construction cost for the plot owner will be paid automatically. I'll leave that one on. Construction costs. What's the difference between construction cost and a plot cost? Plot construction costs are on. When on. And plot construction are on. Any construction cost for plots. So this, I don't quite follow how these two are different. Pay cost from when on any upgrade costs and configured for specific building plans will be need to paid in addition to any plot upgrade costs. I'm gonna have to do some research on this because they're talking about two different costs for the same thing. Operational costs. When on, any daily operating costs configured for specific building plans will need to be paid in addition to any plot daily operating cost. Alright. Pay cost from inventory. No. When off, it will instead only factor in items outside of your inventory. You are prompt confirming you want to pay construction costs. Will factor in and pay from items in your inventory. Off, please. Alright. Yeah, okay, that will turn off. Good. I only want to pay from the workbench. Oh, I can't. It doesn't say on or off there. Alright. Workbench then would be on because that's where I want to pay from. Startup costs, city plan. When on, starting a new city plan will require some numbers of supplies. Okay, that's fine. I'm still not sure about these three. Auto pay and construction costs. For plots. When on, plot construction costs are on. Construction costs are on, and any construction costs for plots or upgrades will be paid automatically if the settlement has access to them. Yeah, so this I do understand, and I would like to have it off. Oh, now it's working. City planning cost. When on, I want that off as well. Oh, that one didn't go off. Okay. Actually, I want this one on. For plots is fine. But I still don't know the difference with this one. When on, plots will require a certain cost to build, upgrade, depending on the plot type and level. Okay, I get it now. Hold on, what am I doing? The first one says auto-paying it if there are costs, and this one says if there are costs or not. Aha! Construction cost when on will require a certain amount. I want that on. I don't mind paying for that. Yeah, so construction cost is a one-time payment just to build it. And we auto-pay it, yes. That's no worry, except for city plans. But I can't turn it off, so yeah. We auto-pay the costs for constructing one of these things. But do we also want operational costs to maintain them, as it were? Okay, what's the difference between a building plan and a plot? Building plan operation cost when on. A daily operating cost configured for specific building plans. I think these are vanilla building plans, like turrets and stuff like that. Any daily operating costs. Okay, I'll keep that on for now. Non-plot, on unmanned, non-plot resource generators, such as turret generators and water purifiers, will have daily operating costs. No, these are the vanilla buildings. Okay, this is balanced to eliminate the ease with which you can build these items in the vanilla game. By introducing operational costs, it will not be worth spamming these items beyond your needs until the late game. Yes, because you cannot afford them. Great. But that doesn't tell me what building plans are. Specific building plans. We'll find that out. And these are regular plots, and I'll leave those on too. Alright. We'll just leave everything on for now and see if we can hack it. If not, yeah, we'll pay. We'll turn some of these things off later. So I cannot pay from my inventory, right? Oops. No, inventory payments are off. Everything has to be paid from the workbench inventory eventually. Good. Alright, difficulty. Citizens' needs. Right, I don't like the variation because I just don't have time to run back and forth between my settlements and do adventures. That will take too much time, so I want static demands. When on, various settlement needs must be met before someone will ever upgrade their buildings, even if enough time has passed. For example, agricultural plots will not upgrade unless water needs are met. Well, that's fine. Destroyed ASIM sensors. ASIM sensors can be destroyed when this setting is set to must be repaired. The player must replace the ASIM sensor through the repair option before the plot will upgrade again, and refresh plot will not bypass this. Right, so essentially they can be destroyed. But my question is, can the repair bot that I have from a different mod repair this thing? Alright. I think it's already on, right? Yeah, so we'll leave that on and see if repair bot can do that. Dynamic needs. Now that's the one that kind of annoys me, so I think I'm going to turn that off. When on, settlers will demand varying amounts of food, water, defenses, and power. The amounts required will increase as plot levels increase. This system is designed to simulate the higher expectations civilization has as it becomes more prosperous, and ensures you always have new goals to achieve. The amounts increase as plot levels increase. I'll leave it on for now, but if it becomes too much of a nuisance and I have to constantly run back, I'm going to turn it off. Resource complexity. Alright, building planners, scrap components. Many things in Sim Settlements 2 have resource costs. The cost can be handled in 3 ways, which change the number of resources types you have to track. Scrap, single resource. Scrap categories, 4 resources, or scrap components, 31 resources. Okay. So I want to know what those categories are. Currently the set of scrap components, but I don't know what those components consist of. It doesn't tell me. We'll leave it on this for now. We'll probably get a big list of 31 resources we need soon enough. So I'm actually going to leave it as it is for now and maybe turn off dynamic needs later. Immersion, yes. Alright, commercial requirements. When set to homes, commercial plots require residential plots and beds in the settlement before they'll be constructed. The number required depends on the commercial plot level. This is meant to stimulate that an established community is required to generate enough income for a business to survive. Now see, this I don't agree with. When set to population, the requirement is on a raw number of people living in the settlement rather than a number of homes. In both cases, this sucks. Because, oh, I can turn it off. Wonderful. I'm going to turn this off because, for instance, the boathouse is a excellent location to build a, let's say, sort of gas station concept with very low population but lots of shops where travelers come through and buy and sell stuff, for instance, and I want to simulate that kind of thing. So that for me is immersive, while based on homes or population is only immersive if you isolate your settlement. And some settlements are just not isolated. They're road stops, they're truck stops, and that doesn't work. The truck stop concept does not work if it's based on a population, because the truck stop essentially doesn't have population. So I'm going to turn this actually off, if it will let me. Let's see if it's off. It is off. Okay. Daytime lighting hour. Ooh, what is that? This determines the hour, day, and night. Flagged lights will switch in the morning. Is that proper English? This determines the hour, day, and night. Flagged lights will switch in the morning. I don't think that's proper English, but I think I know what they mean. This is when the lights come on in the morning. For example, if a plot has their house's lighting set up as daytime, it will turn on at this hour, and if the porch light is set up as nighttime, it will turn off at this hour. That makes sense. But when do they switch at night then? 7 a.m. Yep, that's fine. 7 a.m. is good. So daytime lighting hour. When is the nighttime lighting hour then? Oh, it's right underneath. Just be patient, man. Alright, dynamic soundscape. What does that mean? When on, the background sounds in your settlements will evolve over time to match prosperity in the design of the settlement. For example, if you have an area of your settlement with industrial plots, you'll start to hear mechanical. That is sweet. That is real eye for detail there. That is fantastic. Holiday decorations. When on, someone will decorate when the game. Oh, we're gonna love seeing that. Christmas is coming up in a couple of days, so that'll be sweet. Nighttime. I like 10 p.m. actually. Or shall I do 9 p.m.? You know what? Leave it at 9. That's fine. Movable plot buildings. Okay, what does that do? When on, you'll be able to pick up your plots and move the entire building around. If you prefer the immersive SimCity style approach of having plots only represent land zoning and not actual buildings, turning this off will force the building to be demolished before you can move the plot. Now, see, this is what I mentioned before. Note, if an add-on pack has not configured this, the building will simply reappear after you set down the plot. Right. I'll leave this on. Yes, I'll leave this on because I don't want them to have to rebuild the entire building again if I want to move them a few inches or something like that. Quest credits. When on, after some quests are completed, the objective section will show you some of the people involved in quest design. Okay, message from Kinggath. I love opportunities for creators to put their stamp on their work. With building plans and city plans, we can show the creator's name easily, but it's more difficult with quests. This felt like a great way to minimize immersion breaking while still having sure you don't. Yeah, so you get a bit of a credit roll at the end of it. I'm perfectly fine with that, and I'd be happy to highlight the names as well in my videos. Realistic build times is off. Oh, I don't like that. When on, building times will take multiple days to go through their construction or upgrade visuals. When off, the buildings will go through their building upgrades fairly quickly in front of you. I'm going to go with on. I don't mind if it takes a few days, because I'll be moving back and forth anyways. Visitors. Now this I like. This is new. Visitors. When on, various NPCs will be attracted to your settlements as more commercial and recreational plots are built and upgraded. Now see, that's the problem. They kind of feed each other, and if you have the population demand for your commercials on, your commercials won't grow and you won't attract visitors. So that's a bit infuriating. These visitors will increase settlement income, and some will even have items to sell, quests to offer, or even be recruitable. This can be turned off in your system if your system is struggling to support the amount of NPCs in your settlements. No, we'll leave that on, because that really supports the truck stop thing that I want to do. Visitors max. Oh, there you go. 10. Yeah, 10 is fine. Per settlement, I assume. I assume that's per settlement. I could do unlimited, but I'm already going to break a lot of barriers with too many inhabitants. So that is it for immersion. NPCs. God, there are so many options. Auto-equipped settlers. Now that's why I don't stuff things in my workbench, because they'll take it out automatically. When on, if the building plan and the settler's job have a uniform configured by the designer, the fourth-party designer, they will be auto-equipped with this uniform. Note, if auto-equip requires store is enabled, they will only be auto-equipped if the appropriate clothing armament store exists in the settlement. If auto-equip requires store is enabled. Oh, that's another setting coming up. Yes, I'll leave it on. I can always dump stuff in my my thing, because where do they get the uniforms? Job uniform by the designer. They will be auto-equipped with this uniform. Oh, okay. They won't take it out of my. At least I don't think so. I don't think they'll take it out of my inventory. They'll just get it for free, by the looks of it. Auto-equip requires store. It will only occur if the shop exists in a clothing store for outfits, weapon store for weapons, armor store for armor. That makes sense. That's immersion. I'll leave that. Job titles. Yes, please. When on. If the building plan at the settler's job has a title configured, again depending on the fourth-party developer, the word talk will be replaced by the job title when you get near the settler. Oh, this will not prevent them from talking. It only changes the text of the option to make it easier for you to identify what they do in your settlement. Oh, okay. Alright, that's fine. Leader traits. When on, unique NPCs with leader cards will grant bonuses and penalties. Yeah, leader cards are determined by the city management system when you appoint a mayor. Will grant bonuses and penalties to the settlement. These can alter the numbers and rules of settlement gameplay. Alright, I'll leave that on. What? Hey, where am I? Job title, deal trade there. Special stat requirements. Some building plans is advanced. Yeah, okay, so we know that. We've read that. So yes, we'll leave that on. Stats effect plot output. Oh, hey, yeah, that is interesting. So you actually want settlers with better stats now. I do wonder if these special stats actually go up as they live in your settlement longer. Stat cards for unique. When on, unique NPCs will have their special stats adjusted when added to a settlement to better reflect their character. Okay. This allows those characters to have their stats altered to better reflect their characters. To get full use of this, you'll also want to enable allow stats cards to reduce stats. Okay. So what, I can change the special stats for certain NPCs? When on, unique NPCs will have their special stats adjusted when added to a settlement to better reflect their character. Bethesda failed to pay much attention to the special stats of unique NPCs. No kidding. Look at Mama Murthy's stats. I don't even know how to look at those stats. This allows, I'll look that up on the internet. This allows us to balance those stats without making actual vanilla edits to their character records and potentially introducing mod conflicts. Okay. So I need to find out how to manage the special stats of other people than myself. Special stats rolled for settlers. Special stats rolled for settlers. When on, non-unique settlers are given extremely low special stats when spawned, as Bethesda did not spend much time balancing these at all. Without this, much of the Sim Settlement 2 focus around special stat doesn't make a lot of sense. Highly recommended to leave on. With extremely low special stats. But I want high special stats. Do these low special stats actually grow over time? That is my question. Visitors again. What does that mean? When on, various NPCs will be attracted to you. So, did we already cover that? Visitors max. Yeah, we covered that already. Did I start at the bottom? I started at the bottom. Alright. NPCs. No, it's the same thing. What's going on here? Okay, so... Okay, Kinggath. A little bug here. You have visitors under immersion, but you also have visitors under NPCs. But by the looks of it, they're the same thing, right? Turned off. Yeah, but it seems like they're the same options. Yeah, exactly the same. So you have visitors under, again, visitors under immersion and NPCs. So one of those can go. Recruitment. Limit recruitment by city plan. When on, if city plan is in use, the number of settlements supported by the current level becomes the maximum. Yeah, this is only for city plans. So we can leave that on. That's fine. Upgrade. Right, here is something. Auto pay city plan upgrade cost. Now I wanted to turn that off, but I cannot. Not here and not in the other settings. Auto pay plot upgrade cost is fine. I have no issue there. Auto upgrade, auto upgrade, auto upgrade. Ah, here's the auto upgrade option. Now that's important. Auto upgrade basic plans, branching plans, and city plans. Now I'm going to turn those off, which means I need to manually upgrade them. However, that's not an issue because you will get messages that a plot is ready to upgrade. This way we can actually see the new upgrade and know where the new upgrades are going to come rather than things just dynamically growing around you, which is nice. It's good for immersion, but we want to see that happening and not automatically. We want to know that it's going to happen. Let me put it that way. Commercial requirements, we put that off. Again, some of these settings we've already passed, so they're double in the tape. I don't know if that's done intentionally or accidentally, but you might want to rearrange them. Kinggath, I don't know. Hold for pre-plan. What is that? When on, if you're pre-planned an upgrade and the plot is unable to upgrade to your choice due to not having a specific requirement of unpaid costs, the plot will not upgrade and will instead wait until the requirements are met and costs are paid. If off, the plot in the same circumstances will instead attempt to upgrade to some other eligible brand. Okay, we leave that on, because if I choose something, I want to choose that. Hello. Hold until seen. Yeah, that's also a beautiful one. When on, plots will not upgrade multiple times in a row without giving you a chance to visit the settlement again and see their latest changes. Now, you think this would be enough, and I wouldn't need the auto upgrades on off. I can just leave these on because it won't upgrade anyways until I've seen it. But big settlements, if you walk into that settlement, this hold until seen will trigger. Even though I haven't physically seen it on my screen, it will think I have seen it because I'm very close to it or I'm in the settlement itself. So that's why I leave these off, and I do it manually. Okay. Immersion NPC recruitment. I think I did upgrade there. That was upgrade, right? Yeah. 2 more, boys. We can do this. Usability. Oh my word. Apply bans to manual selection. What is that? When on, any building plans that are on one of your banned lists will also not show up when you attempt to change the building plan manually, as opposed to just banning the plan from automatic selection. Any building plans that are on one of your banned lists will also not show up when attempting to change the building plan manually, as opposed to just banning. But yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna leave it off though. Doesn't really matter because I don't ban any plans at this point. Auto apply skins when on, all skins available. Random the base unskin version included in this randomization. Yeah, that's fine. I guess what it means is that certain plot designs can have different skins, as in different textures, but the same loadout and the same kind of building. I think that's what it means by skins. I don't think that was available in some settlements. 1. Auto-place foundations. When on, foundation plots will automatically place a foundation. Foundation plots will automatically place a foundation. When off, those same plots will wait for you to specifically choose a foundation from the menu. Okay, I want to choose... Okay, plots with a foundation. You have to either let it automatically place one or choose my own. I want to choose my own because sometimes I want concrete and sometimes I want wood. Auto place power poles. Okay, plot types configured to do so will automatically place a power pole. Note, these power poles will not automatically be scrapped if the plot is scrapped. Okay, this was done to prevent a common save file corruption Fallout 4 can trigger by allowing scripts to remove items that have been wired into the grid with a wired connection. Okay. Yeah, I'll just let them place the poles. That's fine. Rejected donations. When donating supplies through the city supplies option on the city planner's desk, this option determines where items the settlers have no room for or don't need are placed. Stored in workbench or returned to me. Well, if I donate, it's probably shit that I don't want. So I'll just store it in the workbench anyways, and then the IDEX automatic system will bring everything to one place anyway, so that's fine. Terraform grading. When on, terraformers will place grading objects to make them a bit more natural looking. Yeah, that's fine. Auto remove, what's that? Terraforms. If a terraformer is scrapped, all of its auto-placed grading will be removed with it. Alright, that's fine. Delay, what does that mean? When terraforming grading auto-placed is on, this determines how long after construction of the terraformer that the grading is placed. This will allow you to give yourself more time to snap several together and avoid excess pieces being created. Alright, it's set to 5 seconds. I think I know what this means. I'll leave it to 5 seconds, but I think I may want to increase it. Town meeting behavior. This determines how the settlers behave when gather around is used from the town meeting gavel menu. Gather at this position, follow me. Let's do gather at this position. That makes more sense. I can summon them somewhere near the center of town, and then I can climb up my ivory tower and yell at them. Good. I wonder if this also works for the bell. One of the DLC packs has a bell that you can ring, and it summons all the settlers. In theory. Usability. Alright, last one. Visual. Demolition FX. Ooh. When on. Whenever you destroy, scrap a sim settlement plot or demolish building structure that has been or is being built on a plot, a little explosion scene sequence plays out to immersively show the resulting demolition. I actually don't like that, because I usually move them around, and the big explosion in my town, I don't like it, so I'm going to turn it off. I've seen it plenty of times anyways. Alright. Oh my word. I think we're done. No, we're not. Not even close. Oh, odd. What do we do? Augmented reality. Holo icons. Yes. Workshop mode. Always on workshop mode. Use type settings. Off. Okay, well, workshop mode is fine. I think that's everything on, right? Figure icon types. Always on workshop mode. Use types. Figure icon types. Okay, per type. You can change the floating ones per type. So you can see the plot type, no level, occupancy count, power needed. Power or power needed? Plot status. No, I'll just leave them in workshop mode for now. Breaks immersion otherwise. So we'll just use workshop mode. That's fine. Info box. What is that? The info box shows you information on settlement objectives and settlers. It can be set up to show when activating them, hovering over them, or if you have MCM with a hotkey. I don't know what that means. Activation displays on. Allow the info box to be displayed in response to your activating items. This does not override the default activation. Alright, we'll leave that on. Hover display. This setting allows the info box to be displayed in the response to you hovering your crosshairs over things as you get near them. This can be very script intensive. Use with caution. I'd like to use it, but if it's script intensive, it may be a problem. I'll leave it off then. I'll take their advice. I'm still not quite sure what it does though. Can be set to show when activating. Screw it, I'm gonna turn it on. It's on, right? Did I turn it off again? No. I'll see if my computer can handle it or not. Resources panel. The resource panel shows you settlement storage and auto hides. Oh, that's the big overlay on the right you see pop up once in a while. I can't seem to change this. This in terms of the auto hide feature. Outside workshop mode. Auto hide outside. Yeah. So it auto hides outside workshop mode. Okay. But no other options. Not like I can turn it off, or I can determine how long it takes to hide, or anything like that. Status meters, probably the same thing. Always hidden outside workshop mode, never auto hide. Yeah, so only outside workshop mode. Okay. So these do have better options, but the resource panel does not actually have any options. I cannot change that. Okay. So status meters is that little display on the bottom left you can see. Disable HUD. Do I want to disable it? Is this just disable or no? This is again on or off. We already discussed that. So enable HUD. Okay, so it's enabled now, right? I hope so. Okay, that's the HUD. Notifications. City plan construction. If something happens, we want to know about it. Yes, thank you. Then you get a vanilla message on the top left there. Plot construction. On. Yeah, fine, good. Plot upgrades. When they need upgrades, they'll tell me, as I told you. Tutorial messages. Yes, because we're idiots and we need to be told every 5 minutes. Performance. Okay. Respect build limit. Okay, that goes right out the window. Screw that. I'm gonna burn your engine down, Bethesda. And my computer probably along with it. So I'll turn that off. I don't know if this also affects my population limit. We'll have to see about that. Because sim settlements, with all due respect, with these vanilla limitations, you might as well not use sim settlements. It's a joke. You can barely build anything in these things. We did it! We went through the entire menu. We now know what everything does, more or less. I think that's good for an entire bloody episode. I'm pretty sure it is. Now this is in the computer itself. If I load the city manager tape, I should get the exact same options. Option law to the, yeah, that pretty much looks like the exact same thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, we said immersion and NPC had both visitors. Maybe the tape menu is working better. No, that's the same thing. It's exactly the same menu. No problem there. Alright. Oh, did I grab the tape? No. What are you doing? Yeah, I have the tape. Okay, no worries. Okay, that's the end of this video. I've shown you the desk. I've shown you some things that I think may need to change. I say it carefully, Kinggath. As I said, I will not be using much city management this playthrough. I may do it for Hangman's Alley and see if I can find some nice designs for that, because that is an extremely vertical settlement. I've shown donations, setup themes are new, great. I've pretty much shown you everything. Giving you a rundown on what you can do now, and more options undoubtedly will show up as the mod is expanded and the Conqueror edition of the mod is implemented. Okay, that is it. Hello, Mama Murthy. I still don't know how to check your stats. How do I do that? If anybody knows, please leave it in the comments below. How do I check the stats of anyone that is not me? I would really like to know. Mr. Tidy, still haven't found anything. Okay. See me in the next one, and we'll start building some stuff, I hope. Okay, a little addendum to the desk here. I have built this storage device, and this seems to be SimSettlement's own system of interlinking settlement storages. So you have your workshop storage here, which you can interlink with IDEX logistics system, but now you can also build through the SimSettlement build menu here this junk storage. Now I don't know yet exactly how it works, but unlike before, I now actually get this, though I have no idea what that means. It requires 1 defense. So having storage, I guess, means your settlement becomes more attractive to attack, so you need more defense. That makes sense. And it provides, what is that, scrap? 100 scrap. I don't know yet what that means exactly. It could be just the basic scrap resource that we read about in order to build things, but we have the advanced scrap setting of 31 different types of scrap, and I don't know what that is. And it seems to be a bit finicky, because now it does not give me information on this thing. Maybe I need to be in build menu. No. 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 However, look at the right here. We see resources there. It's going to disappear now. We see resources there. And let's count them. How many resources do we have? Building materials, that's 2, 4, 6, 7. Organic materials, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So that makes 16 in total. Machine parts, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So that's 18 plus 7 makes 25, I believe, and then 6 more, there's your 31. So those are the specific new resources that come with sim settlements, and they seem to be most likely based on just ordinary junk items you can find, but 31 types of scrap. That is interesting. But this box I'm still not sure about. Oh, now it works again. Junk storage, small crate. It provides a hammer and wrench. Oh, let's quickly take a look. On the right here, if the menu would pop up, do we have a hammer and a wrench there? Yes. Okay, at the very top it says credits and a hammer and a wrench. I suspect... I get it now. So that 0 out of 700 means I've got 0 out of 700 scrap. And scrap can consist of 31 different types. So, for instance, if I have, let's look at the first one, building materials, soda can. If I have 2 soda cans, it is considered scrap. Anything on that list is scrap. So I can have a total of 700 items divided into 31 subcategories in that chest. That's what it means. Aha. Alright. We are a lot wiser. I hope you are too. And that's it for the addendum. You can see me next video.